What's up, y'all? It's your girl Bree Flemings back here at Gem Social app, and today we're honestly going to talk about how to find winning content formats. So if you don't already know, I'm the founder of Gem Social. We're the premier platform where small businesses, mid-tier businesses, and even enterprise businesses can come onto our platforms and find the ideal influencer content creator, or UGC, for their campaign style. For example, let's say that you're a restaurant. You're located in Houston, Texas, and you're looking for influencers so that your restaurant can get more popular. We would be the ideal platform for that. But none of that matters if you don't know the winning content formats for your niche. So I have my handy dandy phone, but I'm gonna record, and we're just gonna find different pieces of content that's winning in several niches. So we'll start with the restaurant one. So I'm gonna go on TikTok. I have a local restaurant. Maybe I just opened up maybe some kind of fine dining experience, right? I'm going to look up fine dining Houston, because the first thing I wanna do is figure out what keywords should or would ideal customers look at on TikTok. And you might be wondering, well, Bree, why are we starting off with TikTok? Well, let's be honest. The primary social media that people go on when it comes to experiences and things to do is number 1, TikTok, 2, Instagram, and 3, YouTube, right? I'm not going on LinkedIn to look for an ideal fine dining experience, especially. And I'm really gonna go to TikTok because I'm looking for something fast. Time is money, and I don't have a lot of time to be going on all these other different platforms visually to see what these places look like. Now, when it comes to food reviews and stuff, I can still go on TikTok and look up this stuff, but I know ideally the next thing people would look for the decision making is Yelp. But most of the time, they're just going straight to TikTok because they can get all of this information right on here. So right now, fine dining Houston, Texas, fine dining Houston, fine dining Houston server, fine dining Houston, Texas black women, fine dining Houston restaurant. I would take a screenshot of these keywords and just put that in your notes somewhere. And I would click through these first. So I'm just gonna click on fine dining Houston, Texas, and let that populate. Now don't start clicking on anything yet. Before I get into clicking on some nice pieces of content, which I already can see some right now, I want you to hover and click on those 3 dots on the top right. Click on filters, sort by like count. Keep video category as all, and keep the date posted as all, because realistically, if I see, I'm not always looking for the date it was posted. I just want to see the reviews. Then click apply. Now we're talking. See, now we're seeing likes with over 2 million likes, over 200,000 likes, over 50,000 likes. Now we're seeing winning pieces of content, y'all. So let's click on this first one. It's talking about 7 Houston, Texas. And I'm just gonna pause it. It has this fairly big muscular guy just dancing, it's clearly making people laugh. It's not even talking about the restaurant itself. But you know what? There's already a call to action. This is what I like. That means steak. So now you know it's a steak restaurant or a steakhouse. It already has their address on here, 3300 Kirby Drive, Unit B. It's just getting straight into it. And you can see the data right here, 2 million likes, 35,000 comments, 123,000 saves, 459,000 shares. This is one piece of content, right? And I'm clicking on the comments just because I figured that it probably would be funny stuff. But the point is, even if this was just for awareness, it got the restaurant out there. So let's look at some more. Now, boom, let's stop right here. Let's go back to the caption, because I'm gonna tell you what I already like. It has the prettiest restaurant in Houston, Texas. I love it. From the call to action, the font is pretty, just like the restaurant. It already restates where it's at. So when people are looking for places to eat, they think location, they think ambiance, they think pricing of the food, they think the quality and experience, right? So they already have right here, food was 8 out of 10, which honestly for me, it is very hard to find anything that's 10 out of 10, so you got me. That's a B. Service, 10 out of 10. I love a good service. I have been some places where the food was but the service was so immaculate that I was like, you know what, but I will go back because that service was so dang good that I'm willing to try something else out on the menu. And they said, and aesthetics was clearly immaculate with these with these emojis, okay? Again, this had over 200,000 likes, y'all, over 700 comments, over 80,000 saves, y'all. Imagine if your restaurant had 80,000 saves on TikTok just from one piece of content and over 62,000 shares. This is amazing. And the best part about this is that the person who posted this is not no huge creator. You'll be able to see that she has 7,000 followers. She's not even at the 10,000 followers range, which is incredible, right? Because that just tells you that you don't need to hire that person that has like 300,000 followers. You can get a content creator like this. You can get like 10 of these kind of content creators and take this format, right, for your restaurant or something else in that space, because this is depending on your niche. See, we stuck to fine dining, but let's say you have something else. Maybe you have a hookah lounge. Maybe you have a cuisine, you know, maybe you have a real small fast food restaurant. All these things depend, right? But the point is that this is winning pieces of content, and I suggest that you get at least 10 of these, straight 10 of these off of TikTok, because in this video it's only been 8 minutes. We only really been on here for a few minutes to figure this out. Let's find one more. Here's another one that looks good. Sante. Okay, so you found a lounge in Houston that casually serves the vibe and no one warned you. Ooh. See, these are nice hooks, because one, I rarely see restaurants like this. And if they would have even said like you finally found a lounge that reminds you of then you put a destination spot. So like Tulum, you know, Medellin, all these places that people are constantly looking to go nowadays, right? Or Paris, like whatever it is, you know, you want to give people that idea, selling people on the ambiance, because it's fine dining. So you already know they're gonna be spending money. This had over 40,000 likes, 90 plus comments, over 17,000 saves, and over 8,000 shares. This is still a winning piece of content. This person has a lot more, but get this, let me tell you something. This person has over 700,000 followers and had less likes and less shares, because the other person had from the sound to the down to the font of the actual call to action on the cover image, down to the caption, everything looks great. So I would have gladly chose this over anything else. I say to say that it doesn't matter if you have 1,000 followers, 10,000 followers, 100,000 followers. People, consumers, really like how content is shot, and also the hooks. It's the hooks. It's how you reel people in. So if you're teaching or telling people how to reel people in for your business, they're just gonna have to execute, and you end up getting stuff like this. You end up getting results like this. So we already found 2 pieces of content. I'll let you guys continue scrolling. I'm gonna move on to the next niche. All right, so what's the next niche that I want to add? I got it. Let's say that you're an event producer. Got y'all with that one. Let's say that you're having an event in Miami. Art Basel's coming up. The best thing to do right now is start putting out some promotion for your event for the first week of December. So now I'm gonna go to Art Basel events, and I'm gonna look for 2 kinds of content. One, I'm gonna look for recaps, and I'm gonna see if there's anyone already promoting their Art Basel event, or the kind of people who were promoting events leading into Art Basel last year. So doing the same thing, click on the top right on filters, click sorting by like count, going to click apply, and boom. Okay, so we see a couple of different things. Change your life 2025 social calendar. I don't want that one. That has nothing to do with Art Basel. Coachella. Oh, that's interesting, because you know what? I will say this. I like that even though it's not Art Basel, I like what this woman did. She's talking about schedules. When it comes to Art Basel or these high traffic event weeks, so like Coachella, Art Basel, Afrotech, South by Southwest, you know, all these different popular event weeks, you know, Rolling Loud, you pretty much just want a schedule of the events or ways to access like the spreadsheets that go around, right? Yeah, you can just get people like this creator to make content about leading up to your event. So if you have multiple events, this is great, because she could just use the screen and promote the flyer to your events that's coming up. Or if, let's say you're just having one activation, then maybe you could just have her talk about your event in her leading up, you know, pre-event promotion video. Let's find another style. So let's see what else is winning. Looks like not too much is going on for the Art Basel stuff. So let's put in something else, maybe South by Southwest events. Because the point is, you just want to find ways to pre-promote your event so that way you can tell a content creator how to do it. Okay, here's another one. This is kind of proving my point.
There are
Like,
2 events I will be attending for South by Southwest in 2024. Just a reminder, you do not need a badge to attend most of the amazing events.
I love this. You do not need a badge to attend these events. Let me be honest. The majority of people who attend these high traffic events and event weeks like South by Southwest, Art Basel, Afrotech, etc. A lot of them don't pay for a badge. A lot of them didn't pay, the hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars for a badge. They are just around so they can network with people outside of the conference that are going to these local events that are either A, partnered with these events, or B, just off-site. The point is, the majority are going to be looking for this, and this was actually not a bad idea. Again, it's another green screen talking video. So all you have to do is basically give these inspiration links to the creators, let them know that it's a talking head with a green screen, provide the flyer, and go from there. Now let's look up some event recaps. Oh, here's another one, the top 30 free events for South by Southwest. Love it. Love it, because guess what, as I expected, and I was looking for something like this, full listing caption. I would probably put full South by Southwest listing caption, but who am I to judge? Point is, she had over 4,000 likes, over 30 comments, over 1,000 saves, and over 1,800 shares. This is good for a localized event. This isn't like the restaurant industry where people are constantly looking for things to eat. We have to eat as people, right? We don't have to attend events. Not everybody has to attend events. There's a larger market of people that need and want to eat at fine dining than the micro amount of people that attend these events. So keep in mind, data is not going to be the same, because you're probably thinking, well, why that person have 500,000 plus likes or 2 million likes for this restaurant? That's because everybody eats. Not everybody goes to South by Southwest. Not everybody goes to Afrotech. Not everybody goes to Art Basel, because these are more specialized to your interests or your investments. So keep that in mind. Now back to the tutorial, is they end up having a pop-up of all the events, top 30 free events for South by Southwest 2025. So they pre-promoted that and got a lot of interest. So that's something that you could do. And then of course you can easily have people create recaps. So maybe I just want to put in South by Southwest and just leave it like that, or maybe activations, because I want to see what some of the activations look like. These look pretty darn cool. I will say that recaps tend to get a lot more interest from what I've seen, because now people are interested on what did it look like, because maybe I'll go next year. So South by Southwest activations, trying to find someone that were actually, well, you know what, let me be more specific, 2025, so that way I could pull in the recent ones. Yeah, let's see. Oh, and then I gotta go back to filters, click like count, because we want to find the best of the best ones. Oh, so it looks like not a lot of them went viral for 2025. Let's see what it's like for Afrotech, because you gotta experiment. Don't just stop at the South by Southwest one that I'm throwing out. You could throw out any primary events that you go to, especially for high traffic weeks. Because if you're having an event during that high traffic week, then you want to see how people promote those kind of events, right? So I'm going back to filters. Afrotech is coming up in Houston, so this is why I'm using this one as an example. And yeah, like now now I see a lot more money. So Afrotech is, people try to make it known as like the perfect time to go find your husband and the events outside of the conference, but it really has helped on the awareness side, because it brings a lot of quality women and men out here. So anyways, they're just showing different sceneries of Afrotech's outside events, like the local ones. So you can kind of explore and see which one you think would be best for pre-promoting. But what I will say is something comical is always cool for awareness on TikTok. And then you want to also bring, something valuable to the table. So like there's some comical ones are like, you're on a date with a girl at Afrotech, Houston on a Wednesday, all that. But then it gets into like the private event and recapping the kind of people that were at these private events. So I would just take a look. But the point is that you want to find those winning pieces of content and recreate them as well. A lot of time has passed, so I don't want to get too much deeper. I want to challenge you though to actually do this for your niche. what is your niche? So let's get down to how you can find the winning pieces of content for your niche. The first thing is you want to take your example of your niche and find the right keywords, which we did, right? We did it for the events, we did it for restaurants. So not just like what's your niche, like food. No, are you a restaurant? What kind of restaurant? Get more granular so that way you would know what people are searching for. Because if you were trying to search for your competitor, how would you find them? For example, I would put in, how to book influencer opportunities or influencer collabs or brands and influencers. Like I would find different keywords for my actual niche and figure out what pieces of content has helped to get out there the most. I would find at least 10 of those, and I would actually have that on a spreadsheet and dial into what was the value of this, what was their script, what was their call to action. Break those things down. And the more you break them down, which you probably can do with ChatGPT as well, have it stored in a PDF. And that way when you're reaching out to people on our platform that fit that niche or talk about these things, they already have a script, they already know how they need to shoot, and they already know how to win because the inspiration links are going to show them that this is winning pieces of content. And keep in mind that influencers' rates go up and down a lot of the time because of their engagement. So if they know that they are going to hit 1 million, likes or 1 million views or a viral piece of content and you're setting them up for success, you might have a really good influencer partnership to look forward to. So I say this to say that when you win, influencers win. And when influencers win, you win. So let's make sure that we set you up for both y'all to win so y'all can keep working together and keep digging deeper into your promotion, okay? This can always be fun. I know we took 20 minutes to go over this, but you only need to go over this once to really see the value of that. It's been great talking to y'all. I look forward to the next video, and I hope that you find your winning piece of content today.